Polylines are used in landscape drawings whenever you want to have a flexible curve. If I select this polyline that cuts off a small garden bed area, notice over in the properties box, although it says the property is a polyline, the fit option is just lines and arcs. If I click with the down arrow there, I've got a number of different mechanisms, or methods rather, of fitting a smooth curve to that polyline. If I take fit spline, then the polyline is smoothed out. Let me unselect all, and I've got a nice smooth curve. This is a design from the US, so the base units here are decimal feet, but the same applies to the drawing if it was produced in the metric system. Let's select the polyline again, and what we'll do now is we'll pick, say, quadratic B-spline. Notice that the curve fitting now is a little less obvious, and the curve doesn't pass through the vertices of the polyline. Still means that you can pull a vertex out and change the shape of the polyline. It's still flexible, so a quadratic B-spline does a curve fitting but not necessarily passing through the individual vertices. I've got another polyline being used here with a quadratic B-spline just to indicate that little zone here will be mulched. So if we go into the layout space, you can see my smooth polyline and a closed one at that in the corners, where I'm trying to illustrate that whole zone is to be covered with mulch, but I don't want to dominate the drawing. When I look at the curve there, I think probably the fit polyline would have been a better option. So it's just a matter of returning here and going to the fit spline, and let me just check what it looks like. That looks a much better shape as far as I'm concerned. So there's our plot. You'll notice that I've got line weights on. As we zoom in, the symbols will be plotted with a heavier line. We may well want to thicken up some of these other lines, that the path edge and so on, a little later. But I notice a spelling error here in the drawing, and what I want to do is, it gives me a chance just to illustrate the use of the Smart Plant Label tool. Let's try it. The prompt for this tool says select the symbol or adjacent copies, so we'll just pick the one in this instance. You might have to zoom in a little and pick it. We've got it, and hit enter to continue. Do we want to label this symbol with a line, or the previous draft has done a line, so we'll hit enter. Input the first point of the leader line, we'll mark it like so, and then we're asked for the next point. So we'll go to there, then hit enter. The text height, well, we can just indicate it. I'm not sure of the text height of the text that's being used, so we'll just pick to there. And do we want to pick up the code? Now remember that this plant is being tagged and it's in the list. We could use a code, or we could say, we'll say no, we don't want to pick up the code. Do we want to pick up the botanical name? Say no. Do we want to pick up the common name? Yes, we do. Do we want to pick up the count of selected symbols? In other words, 1, 2, or 3. In this case, the answer is no. And in goes the label. So you can see purple, crepe myrtle. We can do a bit of fine tuning if we want. If you would want to match uppercase, then you could do that in the plant list. So that piece of text in there has been corrected using the Smart Label tool. If we come over to the automated plant schedule over here, once we get the spelling correct in the attached plant list, every time we generate the schedule, both the botanical names and common names will be correct, and any embarrassment of incorrect spelling will be overcome.